Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to part 3 of the Let's Build a Mountain Retreat. Today we will be working on the inside, and this episode is going to be a little different in terms of the replay mod. I figured since I'm bouncing all around doing all sorts of different interiors in this episode, it would be best if I just did the camera manually rather than trying to set a bunch of different keyframes. It works great for when I'm doing exteriors, but when I'm working on the inside, it is just a little bit too much to try to get everything, because you can see I'm going from one side of the house to the other and then back, and I'm not even sure where I am now. So, here we are working on the staircase. So the last two episodes, we have been working on the exterior of the house. We did the windows last episode. Now I am heading inside to work on the interior, and I started on the same level as the porch. I will fly out here so you can see that. We are on the same level as the porch here, and I was kind of working on an entrance, the staircase right here, and this was going to be a little walled off section, but I wasn't going to add that until later on. So I was experimenting with a few different solid walls here, and then having a railing, and I think I changed it later on. So now I went down, working on the garage now. I just put in some chains, just basic interior for now. Next episode and the final part, I will actually do the furnishings. This episode was mostly just getting everything in place in terms of walls and floors and rooms and all of that good stuff. So now I am working on the main floor. I decided to do dark oak for this. I wanted something a little more elegant and a little more mountain-like. So let me get to a good angle here. So I wanted to go with dark oak for that. It had great contrast with the stripped birch, the wood that we've been using for the walls. And this area of the house gave me a lot of trouble with how everything seemed to line up. The walls here and the walls, it's because I have the panels of the walls set in by one block from the posts. So when we have walls like this that turn, then we get some weird shapes going on. So this area right up here, I did a A-frame roof design, ceiling design rather, that you will see in a moment. I played around with that a little bit. I decided to go with quartz. You can see the quartz over there as well. I was going to do white concrete, but the slabs just have that nice gradual slope to them, so I wanted to do that. So now I'm working on the design for the A-frames right up here, and just kind of taking those. So I was gonna have the A-frame be a little bit lower than the roof itself so that it kind of stuck out. So I decided to go with a full block of space between the quartz and where the A-frame comes down. And I was really happy with, of course I wrecked that, and then when I put it back I misaligned it. So you'll see me having to go back and fix that here in a moment. Yeah, now I realized it, so correcting that, and then filling all of that in. Don't worry, I do end up replacing that block up there. I did notice that later on. And, you know, I'm not 100% sure about this. I don't know if it's the wall color, I don't know if it's the brightness of the quartz, but something about this roof, just the ceiling, it just isn't working for me, so I think I might go back and adjust it later on. But what I've also planned on doing is taking my World Edit wand and selecting the entire house and just kind of playing around, trying how different block palettes look by using the replace command. Now over here, I did a similar design with a gradual slope roof. This roof, the ceiling here, was a bit of a challenge, but what I ultimately ended up doing is just covering every bit of blackstone on the bottom with quartz, and then anywhere that there was visible blackstone, I would just fill in with quartz, as you can see me doing now. I did adjust this roof over here, and it would eventually line up with that black stone over there. And again, I apologize that the replay mod isn't how it normally is. Like I said, it's just really difficult to set that many different keyframes, especially when I'm moving around the house as much as I did this episode. But next week, we will start a new Let's Build. I'm not sure what that will be yet. We will just have to wait and find out. But we will be back. I don't think I'm going to do interiors on the Let's Build from this point forward, because it does get to be quite a bit, especially this is, I would say, a smaller build, relatively speaking, for what we would do in this kind of series. So I just want to, really focus on the exterior of the build, make it as nice as can be, and then not worry so much about the interiors, and maybe go back and do that on a later date. So then I filled in this wall right here with the stripped birch, but I left this little area up here for a balcony for the high point of the ceiling. And then I would have another balcony right here. Originally I was thinking maybe a staircase from that top level all the way down, but I decided that it would be better to have the floor, which is at the same level as the garage over here, come across and just form a balcony right here, similar to the one up above. So now I'm clearing out this space, and I would have a small laundry room, mud room, whatever you want to call it, right over there, right off of the garage. Now I'm framing that out fairly large, because I think of this as, well, like the title says, it is a mountain retreat. I kind of envision it as being like a large house for big family gatherings or friend gatherings, so lots of bedrooms, lots of bathrooms, a big kitchen, and a lot of dining space. You can see that balcony that I was talking about, but then I decided to actually extend it over a little bit more, extend the floor, and you will see me doing that here in a second, because we have that window, but the window just kind of looks weird up there. So what I did is I extended those logs out, extended those out from there, and then had a pillar going up to the ceiling, and then I could fill in the floor right there. And I thought that, surprisingly, even though it was technically more open before, I thought it just felt more open by having this. The space, though, didn't seem to feel overwhelming. It was just the right amount of usage for this space right up here. And the plan, I eventually will end up moving that door for the mudroom and move it to the other wall over there, and this would be a kitchen, and then a large dining table over here. So now I'm working over in this section, which would be the master bedroom. I think I started working on it now. Yes. Yeah, so this will be the master bedroom, and I put the bathroom in it. I ended up splitting it, which you will see here in a minute. Maybe. Yes, let me get down here because I'm filling in the ceiling. Although, actually, I think I came back to it. Perhaps. Maybe? Maybe we're up here now. I can't tell. Okay, yeah, we're going up. Alright, now I was working on this little room, which I think is going to be a lounge. I'm actually not 100% sure, but if you recall, we have this chimney on the outside, which reminds me I do need to add a few more chimneys, but we have this chimney right out here, and I think in the master bedroom, I think I need to add a fireplace. I ended up putting the bathroom here, but I might shift some things around, or maybe just have a fireplace in the bathroom. We'll have to see. I think I was picking out some blocks here. Either that, or I was responding to some YouTube comments. I couldn't remember. In the meantime, I will show you how this was all looking down here from a distance with the ceiling. So that's what I ended up going with for the ceiling over here. Like I said, I just extended it all the way over. But again, I feel like it's just a little too bright. Alright, so now I am rearranging the... Well, first I'm doing a staircase down to this level. I decided to not have a direct staircase from the top level all the way down, but I think what I might do is put a little elevator over here. So now I'm working on the stairs. I did have this little bit of deep slate from the outside, but I would eventually wreck that and replace it with the logs. I thought it might look weird because we have deep slate on the rest of it going around, but it ended up looking fine because it actually looks like though this is a lower part of the house, it looks like that is still an upper part of the house because that roof is kind of sloping down. And you can see me filling that in now. Let me go show you what I mean by that. So you can see it doesn't look all that bad. So then I had this large space here now that that wall was extended out more, and I could kind of see that as a kitchen right away. So I decided to get in there with the wall over here, which would require some adjustments to the staircase right here because I didn't want the ceiling to be too low. So I extended the stairs out a little bit more, which you will see here in a moment. Like so. And then fixed the railing, and that allowed for a 3-block tall ceiling with no mismatched blocks up there. And then I started going around and labeling all the different rooms and areas with signs. So the kitchen over there, a dining table. I would have a couple more dining tables, I thought, right down here, and I still think I will. Okay, now I'm working on the master bedroom. I think I finished that up pretty quickly. I did do the floor in the bathroom though. I contemplated between some quartz or maybe some andesite, or diorite, excuse me. I even tried out this glazed terracotta, but what I ultimately went with was calcite from the geodes. I think that has a really nice look. It's kind of like tuff, in my opinion. It's one of the more underrated building blocks that should also have a stair and slab variant. I put a small little bathroom right over here, just to have one on the main floor. And where did I go to next? I think I just went around labeling. Are we on the upper floor? Okay, so now this is the entrance right by... This is the front porch area right over here. So that's that little framed wall I was talking about. And then up here, I would have a couple more bedrooms and a Jack and Jill bathroom, which you will see here in a moment. I played around, but then I remembered I tried to put the bathroom over here, but I remembered we have a balcony over the front porch, so that wasn't going to work. So this is the layout I ended up going with the bathroom in the middle. And then I decided to put in a pool table up here just for fun. And a technique I saw a while ago, you put a sign with a carpet on top of it. Kind of looks like a cue stick. Filling in the railing now. And the walls up here. So 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. And I ended up moving that door a little bit so that we would have space for a couch or two, maybe a couch and a chair. So this would be a nice little lounge area, a nice place to go to relax. And then I filled in this bedroom with its own bathroom as well. And then, finally, I worked on this space right down here. I was going to do bedrooms in here, but then I remembered you can't have a bedroom without a window. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this room quite yet. I think I might make it a sauna, or maybe an indoor swimming pool could always be fun as well, because flying to the outside of the house, well, we really don't have room for an outdoor swimming pool here. I suppose we could try to do something cool with an infinity edge, but that just would be a bit much, I think. The exterior of this house is already something very impressive, so yeah, that is kind of where I left this episode. I was building for a while, so I did kind of run out of momentum with this. It was taking a lot of brain power lining everything up. But I will actually maybe do some off-camera work, but maybe not. I don't know. We will just have to see. And we will finish up this build in the next part. Regardless of how long that is, I can control the time-lapse speed, so I can make it however long or short I need to make the video in order to stay around the 15 or 20 minute mark, because I don't want to bore you guys with just blabbing on about how I built something. But that is the extent of this house. Like I said, the fourth and final part will be coming. I think I have that in the plans for Friday. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's Friday. You can go double check by watching the this week's update video. I did try a new format out for that. If you haven't seen that, it was really fun, kind of like a news studio in a way. But that is where we are going to leave this episode. I'll just get a nicely framed shot of the house with me just paused in midair over there to end the episode. So if you guys did enjoy this video and you are looking forward to seeing more just like this, be sure you hit that thumbs up button, show me some support. Also make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on daily content as soon as I post it. Be sure to check in the description. I have some important information down there, how to contact me, how to submit a request, as well as a couple other links to my website and Patreon page. But that is going to do it for this video. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, remember to stay optimistic, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye.